G'day guys, welcome back. We thought it was time for a bit of an update on the house, which we have basically finished.
So come with us and we'll show you what we've done.
Alrighty, so first things first, you might notice this gate, or you may have noticed the gaping hole in my pants. It's because I only own 3 pairs of shorts and they're all ripped and buggered and I've got to go and buy new ones, so please excuse this for now. I was meant to change but I didn't. Anyway, the gates. I think I might have showed them, I don't know. I know at least the stairs were built last time. Knocked up a couple of gates. They've just got a latch. Open like that. There's a bolt in that one. Nick can open up too, so if you need to get something wired in here, not that we really need to, but just wanted to make it, stay there, buddy. Just wanted to make it easily accessible. It's got this black plastic lattice on there. It's from Bunnings, just buy it in big sheets. And we have continued that theme around the side, so let's go for a look around there.
And we've used the same black lattice as what's on the gates to just cover in the underneath of the house where it sits up on the blocks.
Alrighty, moving around the back of the house here. You can see the roof coming out over all the framework. I'm pretty sure I showed you that before. We've also used the same black plastic lattice, followed it around the corner and used that to block in the back side of the house. There is a bit of a gate up there. I'll take you up there and show you that, but it's funny, the other day we were just, Shem was standing at the back here, noticed old Spud was looking around out through the thing, and right here on the ground, just next to the water tank, was a pretty big black-headed python. So I'll chuck up a clip of that and show you it slithering around there. It's the first snake we've had right up here. We've seen a few around, but it's the first one up here, but luckily it was just a python, so.
And this is another gate, same lattice. Opens up nice and wide, but the rocks are in the way there, but this is just so we can pull the hose out and get down to our front garden and do some watering and whatnot down there. It wasn't meant to be this wide, but it was just easier for Ian to build it. So
you can see there's just a pad bolt lock, and whack a padlock on it and lock it if we need to, but it's mainly just so Spud can't do it, but he doesn't have opposable thumbs, so we should be right. You right there, Spuddy? Alrighty, so in through the gate, just at the back of the house here, which is our laundry area. Got the washing machine and the deep freeze. And then just a bit of a storage area, plus we've got a little Bunnings table down the back where we put all our seedlings on the trays and germinate them. So I'll take you down there and show you that.
So we've just got a few seedlings here. There's some tomatoes, some basil, some capsicum, I think, snow peas, and whatever else Ian has shoved into these trays. We've trimmed our passion fruit off, and we've got some passion fruit cuttings, an avocado seed that has not done anything, and then some other tomatoes which I think the caterpillars or grasshoppers are getting to, so they're not looking too good. But we'll take you down to the veggie patch and show you our update from last time. But we'll finish with the house updates first.
Righto, so moving around from the back of the house, the bit we just showed you just back there, coming into the end of the patio. You can see we've got our classic Bunnings table, little barbecue, this very stylish chipboard splashback. We are going to be building a proper outdoor kitchen with a nice bench top, nice bench top and that in there, but this is still doing just fine. So Shan's got some plants in the corner, so we'll have a look at them.
So this is our corner. We've just popped some bit of greenery in here with some of our pot plants. Would like to thank Mrs. Kennedy, or Miss Kennedy, for her gift, this ZZ plant here. She sent it home with our son. She may have noticed him around the place and gifted this to me, so thank you very much. And then another bloke up the end of the road gifted me these two. I think they're called a Diffenbachia or a dumb cane, just because he's a nice fella. And then tried to root a mango cutting which we snapped off our mango tree, but it has not worked, so I'll just pop that over there. And my elephant ear, variegated, had it for a while. It's a bit wind damaged, but it's doing okay.
gas bottle, Bunnings barbecue, cooker. That's all our cooking equipment except for the air fryer inside. That's me stylish bloody chipboard splashback. Like I said, we're going to upgrade this, so it's just temporary. Beautiful view out into Shen's garden. Log pile I got to burn, and a bird feeder.
So this is our current light system. It's hooked up to a battery down on the floor. It's actually a camping-like setup from, I'll have to remember the name. But it's got different functions, so you just turn it on and you can change the light bars to be different lights. You got orange or LED white, and the brightness goes up and down as well. And they're interconnecting, so you get 4 in the set, and they hook up all together. So you can actually plug them into your car, but we've just used them here because we're yet to get our electrical work done. Hardcore from BCF. So it might not look like a lot of light for our area, but it is enough when it gets dark, and we leave it on the orange dull so the bugs don't come in. It's meant to not attract them as much or something. But it is enough for us in this area, and you can connect more together, like I said, so if we want more over that side, then we can. So when we get more electrical done, we'll put some power points out here and probably some ceiling fans up on the higher side of the roof just to keep that air moving for when it gets really humid. And yet another gate.
Where does this one go?
Oh, sorry. This one goes through to Declan's caravan, and it's also just to keep the dog in. It's not really to keep Declan out, and other things that may want to come in and cause a ruckus in our patio, like the possum.
Yes. All right, I'll just briefly show you, but we have built a roof over Declan's van. I've filmed an entire video about it, so just watch out for that in the coming weeks. It should be absolutely enthralling viewing. Alrighty, you can probably see the lawn in the background, which is coming along fantastically. We have also knocked up a bit of a fence out the front, which just, oh, sorry about your buns, which just goes from the side of the patio along the front and back to the side of the house, just to fence off the lawn. So now that the yard is totally enclosed, Spud can't get out because he can't jump this, he's not very athletic. And now we can actually leave him at home, whereas we used to have to leave him inside, so we couldn't go for very long, and going fishing trips and stuff like that were difficult. So got the fence up, it's just 2 corner posts, a couple of star pickets, a bit of this wallaby mesh or horse mesh, whatever they call it. It's a nice tight mesh. Well, yeah, we'll move in and have a bit more of a look at the front yard. Oh, that's probably how I split my bloody pants. There we go.
So as you can see, if you've been following along, the grass has filled in very nicely. It's starting to grow runners and come out and fill in this gappy bit here. And also it's gone outside the fence. But we'll poison that and keep it all maintained eventually. And then in our front garden we've got some chilli plants. I don't know if they were in there last time we did a bit of a house update, probably not. But we've got some jalapenos and some Anaheim or Anaheim. And some cayenne. I think that's it in that garden, and the rest are down in our veggie patch. And I've just popped a few little solar lights through because letting the dog out for a wee in the night is a bit scary when you can't see what's waiting out there for you.
So yeah, there you have it. That's the outside of the house. All the patio, aside from some electrical work, is really complete with everything we sort of set out to do. Like I said, I've built the roof over Declan's van. Got a video coming out about that. And I'm also going to build a carport out the other side for Shan to pull up with her car in there. I'll film all that. But the carport wasn't actually part of the entire sort of plan that we had when we come up here. So it's a bit of an added extra. We had a little bit of money left over, so we decided to do that too. So that'll be good when it starts pissing down with rain. Yeah, so we'll go for a wander down to the veggie patch, and things have grown along nicely. You want to talk about your little plant garden area.
Yes, so this is just a little garden that we cleaned up, or Ian cleaned up with the excavator. Some of the large rocks we can't get out, so now they're feature rocks, but I like them. And we've got some sunflowers in there and some other wildflowers. We just sprinkled some seeds through, and the rest of the things in there were already growing natively.
Just talking about rocks, you'll see this dirty big rock here. That is well and truly still part of Australia. So that was always going to stay there, so we moved the house over that way. We noticed this when we first come up. There is lots of large rocks. I've dug up heaps of them to sort of, you know, make the ground a bit flatter, but this one was staying here. We placed a few other large ones around it, made a bit of a whatever shape, D shape maybe, and yeah, just made it into a bit of a garden bed. I'll just wander over here and show you all these bloody big rocks that have been giving me grief. So we've got our steel laying there. If you follow along, big rock, little rocks, medium rocks, big rocks, big rocks. Yeah, so I had to had to dig all them out. There were heaps of them in the driveway area here and a big long line that sort of stuck up, so spent quite a few hours on the excavator digging them out. Another big gigantic motherfucker over here too. Yeah, that was in the ground, that came out. You get the idea. Come on, Spuddy. Couple of bales of mulching hay there. Been grabbing that from the rural supplies place in town. Pretty good, $9 a bale, beauty.
So as you can see, we did mention the damage that the plants had when we first put them in, and we hadn't had any fruit. Now we've had quite a few. I think this is our third. That's quite big. I don't think you're meant to leave them for that long, but we'll pick that one off soon. And then on our bush cucumber, there's a little one growing up here, and then a nice big fat boy down there, and more leaf damage, but it seems to be working, so it's fine. And then we've just got our snow peas and our lettuces, and some pak choi. Snow peas have climbed up nicely. They've got little flowers on them, and there's a little pea here. I just noticed that then. There's some damage to the lettuces, and I probably did leave them in a bit long, but I'm just going to pick all the leaves off these big ones and take them inside and use them, and then replant with some smaller stuff later. But I don't know if they'll grow in the wet season, so I don't know. And the pak choi has, again, it's been eaten by things. But when I use it, I just come and get the best leaves off, and we do spray. And there's all green ants in them, and I think they're eating the bugs, so I'm just leaving them. But the coriander's going well. Never been able to grow this down in Perth, where we're from originally, so that's nice. And my spinach I chopped off this morning for my quiches, so that's a bit small. And these are our tomatoes. So if you go back and watch the other video of the veggie patch, which was about a month ago maybe, these were just planted little. Now they're up tall, they've got fruit on them, all of them have fruit on them. And the little ones that I planted have actually grown up and have fruit on them as well. And then these are the capsicums. I think I planted 24 of them, or 22 of them or something. This is how big they've gotten. Some of them aren't as big as others, as you can see. That one doesn't look very healthy. I don't know what's wrong with it, but he might need to come out. And then I've got some sunflowers in here as well, and my spring onions, which are growing nicely along that edge there. And our pumpkin plant, which, if you look back on the other video, had about this many leaves on it. Now trails all the way down into the bush. Also in the dry season, most of our leaves fall off these trees through here, the lower trees, smaller trees even. And in the wet they get their leaves back, and they are big, lush, green ficus leaves of some description. Once their leaves fall off, they get the yellow flowers. And Anne's just been thinning some of this smaller stuff out for a bit more of a fire break between the house and the bush.
So the house is basically complete. I do still have to build the carport out wherever the fuck it is. I can't point on this thing, over there somewhere. Over the other side. Bit of rain protection for Shen when she gets home from work, because she managed to score herself a job the other day. So that leaves me and Spud at home to carry on looking after the ranch.
And my long service leave that was meant to be 6 months was only 4.
That's unfortunate. But anyway, so yeah, hey,
Whoopsie.
whoopsie. So yeah, that's it for the house really, is in terms of building stuff. We still have other plans we want to do. Got the sea container over there. Want to build a lean-to off the side of that, so I've got a bit of an undercover work area. Still some fencing around the place we need to do, bits and pieces, but essentially we're done. So yeah, that really, coming here, what was it, 4 months ago?
Yep, 4 months ago.
We're
April.
right on about the 4-month mark, and arriving to a block of bush with the caravan to this, pretty happy with it. So if you've been following along the whole time, especially you, Leon from Pine Creek, probably our #1 fan, always commenting every video.
Hi, Leon.
Thanks, mate, legend. And also we reached 1,000 subscribers, I don't know, a little while ago. So thank you to each and every one of you who has subscribed, and if you enjoy following along and watching whatever we get up to, good on you, thank you. So yeah, we will see you on the next one.